Okay, so let's dive into the world of ICT integration testing.
From the sounds of it, this field is all about making sure all the different tech parts can work together.
We've got a stack of resources from RoleCatcher.com to help us understand what an ICT integration tester actually does and how you can launch your very own tech career.
So imagine this. You're building like a giant, complex Lego masterpiece.
You wouldn't just like snap pieces together randomly, right?
Right.
You'd want to make sure each part fits perfectly.
To create a sturdy and functional creation.
That's kind of what an ICT integration tester does, but instead of Legos, they're dealing with software, hardware, and everything in between.
That's a great analogy. It's about ensuring all the different components of a tech system work together seamlessly without any glitches or conflicts.
So, like making sure my online banking app can talk to my bank servers without crashing every 5 seconds.
Exactly, but on a much larger scale. We're talking about systems used by businesses, governments, even global networks. It's high-stakes work that impacts how we interact with technology every single day.
No pressure, right? But seriously, this sounds like a crucial role, especially with technology evolving faster than ever.
Absolutely. And that's why this career path is seriously booming right now. The RoleCatcher Guide actually calls it a candidate-driven market.
Meaning there are more jobs than skilled people to fill them.
Exactly. Companies are scrambling to find qualified ICT integration testers to keep up with the ever-growing complexity of technology.
That's good news for anyone looking to break into this field. But what does that path actually look like? Is it one of those careers where you can kind of start at the ground level and work your way up?
Absolutely. The RoleCatcher Guide outlines a pretty clear career ladder, starting with entry-level roles and progressing to senior positions with more responsibility and leadership opportunities.
So you might start by running basic tests, then move on to designing your own testing strategies, and eventually lead a team of testers.
Exactly. And along the way, you can specialize in areas that interest you, like performance testing, security testing, or even dive into the world of automation.
It's like choosing your character class in a video game.
I like that analogy. You can really tailor your career path to match your skills and passions.
That's awesome. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before you start designing complex testing strategies, you need to prove you have the skills to back it up. What are some ways aspiring ICT integration testers can stand out from the crowd?
Well, the RoleCatcher Guide highlights the importance of certifications.
Like official stamps of approval that say this person knows their stuff.
Exactly. Certifications like the ISTQB Certified Tester or the Certified Software Quality Analyst demonstrate to potential employers that you have the knowledge and skills they're looking for.
So it's not just about saying you can do the job, but having the credentials to prove it.
Precisely. It's a competitive job market, so anything you can do to differentiate yourself can make a big difference.
That makes a lot of sense. But with so many certifications out there, how do you know which ones are actually valuable in the industry?
That's a great question, and it's where a little insider knowledge can be incredibly helpful. For example, the guide mentions that while the ISTQB certification is globally recognized, specializing in agile testing methodologies is becoming increasingly sought after by employers.
So it's not just about the big name certifications, but also about understanding the specific skills and methodologies that are in high demand right now.
Exactly. It's about doing your research and understanding the nuances of the job market. And that's where RoleCatcher's platform comes in.
Oh, yeah. I've heard they have some pretty cool AI-powered tools to help with that.
They do. Their platform can actually analyze job descriptions to identify the most in-demand skills and certifications for specific roles.
So you can tailor your resume and your skill set to match what employers are actually looking for.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this platform and how it works.
Well, imagine this. You upload your CV to their platform.
So you're telling me this platform is smart enough to read my resume and tell me what's missing. That feels like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It's definitely cutting edge. RoleCatcher's AI engine doesn't just look for keywords. It actually analyzes the context of the job description.
To understand the specific skills and experience required.
So it's not just looking for 5 years of experience, it's understanding what kind of experience is actually valuable in that particular role.
Exactly. It can even identify subtle things like industry-specific jargon or preferred software tools.
Wow, that's incredibly helpful, especially for someone who's new to the field and might not know all the insider lingo.
Right. It's like having a secret decoder ring for job descriptions.
I love it. Okay, so we've talked about certifications and AI-powered resume analysis. But what about the actual work of an ICT integration tester? What do they actually do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's a lot more than just clicking buttons and hoping for the best. ICT Integration Testers are responsible for designing and executing comprehensive test plans that cover every possible interaction within a system.
So it's not just about testing each component in isolation, but about seeing how they all behave when they're working together in the real world.
Exactly. They need to think like a user, anticipating potential problems and identifying vulnerabilities before they become major headaches.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
What happens when they find a problem? Do they just hit the panic button and shut everything down?
And I wish it were that easy. In reality, finding a bug is just the first step.
The real challenge is figuring out what's causing it and how to fix it.
So it's a bit like being a detective, right? You've got to gather clues, analyze the evidence, and then track down the culprit.
Exactly. And just like a detective ICT integrations, integration testers need to be meticulous, detail-oriented, and incredibly persistent.
And I imagine they need to be pretty good communicators too. After all, they're the ones who have to explain these complex technical issues to developers, project managers, and maybe even clients.
Absolutely. Clear communication is essential, especially when you're dealing with people from different technical backgrounds. You need to be able to explain things in a way that everyone understands without getting bogged down in jargon or technical details.
So you're saying that being a people person is actually a valuable skill in this tech-driven world?
Absolutely. Especially in a collaborative field like ICT integration testing. The ability to build relationships, communicate effectively, and work well as part of a team is just as important as your technical skills.
That's good news for those of us who aren't exactly coding whizzes. But seriously, this is all starting to sound pretty demanding. What are some of the biggest challenges that ICT integration testers face on the job?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is keeping up with the ever-changing landscape of technology. New tools, platforms, and programming languages are emerging all the time, so it's a constant race to stay ahead of the curve.
That makes sense, especially with technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning evolving at such a rapid pace.
Exactly. ICT integration testers need to be adaptable, eager to learn, and comfortable working with cutting-edge technology.
It's like they say, the only constant in tech is change.
Precisely. And speaking of change, another challenge is dealing with the increasing complexity of systems. As software and hardware become more interconnected, the potential for integration issues grows exponentially.
So the days of simply testing a standalone application are long gone.
Pretty much. Today's ICT integration testers need to be able to think holistically, understanding how different systems interact, and identifying potential points of failure.
It's like they're responsible for making sure the entire tech ecosystem plays nicely together.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've established that this is a challenging but rewarding career path. But let's talk about the rewards for a moment. What are some of the things that people love about working as an ICT integration tester?
Well, for starters, many people in this field are drawn to the problem-solving aspect of the job.
They enjoy the challenge of identifying and resolving complex technical issues, and they get a real sense of satisfaction from ensuring that systems are working as intended.
So it's not just about finding bugs, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of cracking the code, so to speak. And I imagine there's also a sense of pride that comes with knowing that your work is making a real difference in the world.
Absolutely. ICT integration testers play a vital role in ensuring the quality, reliability, and security of the technology that we rely on every day. From online banking to healthcare systems to transportation networks, their work touches almost every aspect of modern life.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it, but it's not just about the impact, is it? There's also the fact that this is a field with incredible earning potential.
Absolutely. ICT integration testers are in high demand, and companies are willing to pay top dollar for experienced professionals. And because the field is constantly evolving, there's always an opportunity to learn new skills, take on new challenges, and increase your earning potential.
So it's a career with both job security and financial rewards. That's a pretty compelling combination.
It definitely is.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the skills, the challenges, the rewards, and even the importance of being a people person in a tech-driven world.
Yeah.
But let's bring it back to RoleCatcher for a moment. You mentioned earlier that they have this amazing platform that can help people break into this field. Can you tell us a little bit more about how it works and what makes it so special?
Absolutely. One of the things that sets RoleCatcher apart is its focus on personalized career guidance. It's not just a job board where you scroll through endless listings and hope for the best. Their platform is designed to help you identify your strengths, understand your career goals, and then connect you with the right opportunities.
So it's like having a personal career coach in your pocket.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued.
Well, one of the coolest features is their Career Pathfinder tool. It uses AI to analyze your skills, interests, and experience, and then recommends potential career paths that you might be well suited for.
So if you're not sure what you want to be when you grow up, RoleCatcher can help you figure it out.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
And once you have a better sense of your career goals, RoleCatcher can help you create a personalized roadmap for achieving them.
They offer a ton of resources, including articles, videos, and even one-on-one coaching sessions with career experts.
Wow, they really do seem to have thought of everything.
They have.
Okay, so let's say you've used RoleCatcher's platform to identify ICT integration testing as your dream career. You've brushed up on your skills, gotten certified, and crafted the perfect resume. What's next? How do you actually land that dream job?
Well, this is where RoleCatcher's AI-powered job search tools come in. Remember how we talked about their platform being able to analyze job descriptions to identify the most in-demand skills?
Yeah, it was like having a secret decoder ring for job postings.
Exactly. Well, they've taken that technology one step further and created a feature called Job Matchmaker.
Okay, that sounds promising. How does it work?
It's actually pretty simple.
You tell RoleCatcher what kind of job you're looking for, and their AI engine will scour the web for relevant openings.
But here's the really cool part. It doesn't just look for any job that matches your keywords. It actually analyzes your resume, your skills, and your experience, and then ranks the job openings based on how well they match your unique profile.
So it's like having a personal headhunter who's working tirelessly behind the scenes to find you the perfect opportunity.
Exactly.
That's amazing. No more wasting time on jobs that aren't a good fit.
Exactly. And it gets even better. RoleCatcher's Job Matchmaker doesn't just find you the jobs, it also helps you apply for them.
How does it do that?
Well, for starters, it can automatically fill out your application forms with the information from your resume.
So no more tedious typing and copy pasting.
Exactly. And it can even tailor your resume and cover letter to match the specific requirements of each job.
That's incredible. It's like having a personal assistant who's dedicated to helping you put your best foot forward.
It really is.
Okay, so RoleCatcher can help you find the right jobs and even apply for them. But what about the interview process? That's usually the most nerve-wracking part of any job search.
You're right, interviews can be daunting. But don't worry, RoleCatcher has you covered there too.
Oh, relief. Tell me more.
They have this awesome feature called Interview Prep that's designed to help you prepare for every possible interview scenario.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's basically a massive library of interview questions and answers, all categorized by industry, job title, and even specific companies.
So you can practice answering questions that are relevant to the specific job you're applying for.
Exactly. And it's not just about memorizing answers.
RoleCatcher's interview prep tool also provides you with tips and strategies for answering questions, effectively highlighting your skills and experience, and making a great impression on the interviewer.
Wow, that's incredibly helpful.
It is. And if you want to take your interview prep to the next level, they also offer mock interviews with experienced career coaches.
So you can practice your answers,
Yeah,
get feedback on your body language, and build your confidence before the big day.
exactly.
This is amazing. RoleCatcher really does seem like the ultimate career sidekick.
They do.
Okay, so let's say you've aced the interview, landed the job, and you're officially an ICT integration tester. What's next? Is that it? Do you just settle into your new role and ride off into the sunset?
Not quite. The learning never stops in the world of technology. As an ICT integration tester, you'll need to continuously update your skills, learn new tools, and stay ahead of the curve to remain competitive.
So how do you do that?
Well, that's where RoleCatcher's commitment to lifelong learning comes in.
They offer a wide range of professional development resources, including online courses, webinars, and even in-person workshops.
So you can continue to grow your skills, expand your knowledge, and advance your career even after you've landed the job.
Exactly.
This is incredible.
It is.
So for anyone listening who's feeling overwhelmed by the job search process or who's simply curious about exploring new career paths, RoleCatcher seems like an invaluable resource.
Absolutely.
They provide the tools, resources, and support you need to navigate the complexities of the job market, identify your dream career, and achieve your professional goals.
It's like having a personal cheering squad in your corner every step of the way.
I love that. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of ICT integration testing and the incredible resources offered by RoleCatcher, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think the biggest takeaway here is that a career in tech, especially in a field like ICT integration testing, is within your reach. It might seem daunting at first, But with the right resources, guidance, and a willingness to learn and adapt, you can absolutely thrive in this exciting and rewarding field.
And you don't have to go it alone. RoleCatcher is like having a personal career coach, a skills mentor, and a job search assistant all rolled into one.
That's a great way to put it.
So for anyone listening who's feeling that spark of interest, that little voice saying, maybe I could do that, don't ignore it. Explore the resources we've talked about today and see where this journey takes you.
You might just surprise yourself with what you're capable of.
And that's a wrap on another episode of The Deep Dive. Until next time, happy learning.